Hey trumpet players, welcome to another video lesson. We are working now on page 14 of our Essential Elements band book, and there's a lot of really important and great stuff to learn as we move on past page 13. Let's look at page 14. Hopefully you're warmed up. If you haven't warmed up, why don't you play Hard Rock Blues and Frere Jacques a few times and make sure that everything is working so that you're ready to play along with me. On page 14, at the very top of the page, we see the tan box that tells us about ties. And as you can see, the definition, a curved line connecting notes of the same pitch. Play one note for the combined counts of the tied notes. So if you see two notes tied together, you're combining their value and making them one note. So in the very first measure of Fit to be Tied, I see a half note G, and then I see two quarter note Fs tied together. Of course, quarter notes are one beat notes, but if I take two quarter notes and tie them together, well, it's the same thing as a half note, isn't it? So let's play a little bit of Fit to be Tied. We'll play the first four measures of the song, beginning with a two-beat G and then a two-beat F. It kind of looks like two individual Fs, but they've been tied together. Here we go with Fit to be Tied. 1, 2, half note G. All right, so we'll stop right there. So every note that we just played was essentially a half note, wasn't it? But it sure doesn't look like we're playing half notes. It's because of those tied notes. Let's continue in the same song, Fit to be Tied. We have two quarter note A's tied together, so it's going to be a two-beat A, two individual G's, a two-beat F, because we have tied Fs, two quarter note D's, tied E's, a half note D, and then tied C's. So the last three notes of this exercise are two-beat notes, aren't they? So tie your tied notes together and tongue your quarter notes. Let's continue with the two-beat A, the two tied A's in the middle of the song. 1, 2, ready? Rest, rest. So the tie combines values of notes. Let's look at exercise 60. This is a very familiar melody for you. It's called Alouette. It's a French-Canadian folk song. And we begin with one three-beat long F, a half note, a two-beat half note, tied to a one-beat quarter note makes a three-beat note, just like it shows you in your music. So let's play the first two measures of Alouette, beginning with a three-beat F. 1, 2, here we go. Ending with two half-note Fs. Let's do that again. One three-beat F going to the quarter note G. 1, 2, ready. Got it? Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, ready. Look at the next two measures. G, F, G, A. Two F's tied together for a two-beat F, two C's tied together for a two-beat C. So again, we have G, F, G, A, F, C. Let's play it. We're starting on the third measure with the four quarter notes. 1, 2, ready, go. Let's do that again. tongue your notes. Take a nice big breath. 1, 2. As we continue with the breath mark, it's very similar to the very beginning of the song. When you have tied notes, combine them. Here we go, beginning at the breath mark with a 3-beat F. 1, 2, ready. Let's do that again from the breath mark, starting with a 3-beat F. 1, 2, ready. Are you recognizing this melody? I'm going to play it for you very quickly. I'll bet that sounds familiar to you. All right, so we continue on page 14 and we see a big tan box, and the tan boxes always have lots of good information in them. Here we're learning about the dotted half note. A dotted half note is a 3-beat note. It's that simple. A dot adds half of the value to a note. So the dot adds half of a note's value to itself. Got that? If you continue looking at the tan box, you see a half note tied to a quarter note is equal to a dotted half note. All right, so here we have next exercise 61, Alouette, the sequel. It's played the same way as what we just played in exercise 60, but now they show us dotted half notes. The dotted half note is the correct way to show a 3-beat note. So here's exercise 61, Alouette, the sequel, beginning with a 3-beat dotted half note. Going to a G, going to 2 2-beat A's. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. Let's do that one more time from the beginning. Alouette, the sequel. 1, 2, ready. Now we're at the breath mark. Let's continue with a 3-beat F, a G, and then 2 half-note A's. 1, 2, breath mark. Rest. All right, it's a great tune to learn, a great platform for learning about dotted half notes, and your goal is to play it as quickly as I played it a few moments ago when I played it faster for you to help you recognize it. Next, we have song number 62, CAMPTOWN Races, by a very, very important and famous American composer, Stephen Collins Foster. And this is a very famous melody. It's great for tonguing. You can see that it begins with an indication of mezzo forte, so we want to play this moderately loud. And it says allegro, and we know that allegro is our faster tempo. Okay, so the first thing that I want to look at is the rhythm that I see in CAMPTOWN Races. And I'm just going to use ta and tt to say the rhythm for the first 4 measures. We have ta, ta, tt, ta, 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 ta. Kind of an unusual rhythm in there where we have the quarter note followed by the dotted half note. That's not something that you see a lot, but it sure makes this a very interesting song rhythmically and melodically. All right, so again we have ta, ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ta at the very beginning. G, G, E, E, G, A, G, E, E, D, E, D. It's kind of cool in those first couple measures. We're all open in 1 and 2, right? Let's try it. Nice and slow. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. Ready? That's not so bad, is it? Let's do that again. First 2 measures. Ready? So at that time I continued to the E, D, E, D with the 3-beat E's. Let's continue at the breath mark. It's just like the beginning. Let's do 2 measures beginning at the breath mark. 1, 2, ready. You see how I'm anticipating those 8th note E's, right? I know where I'm going. G, G, E, E, G, A, G, E. And I know that I'm back and forth between open and 1 and 2. Being aware of that makes it a lot easier to play this song. Let's continue on the next 2 measures where we have D, 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 E, D, C. D, 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 E, D, C. Let's play that. 1, 2, ready, go. Do it again. Let's play the whole song from the beginning with the repeat. 1, 2, ready, and play. Beginning. Great. All right. Next, we have the song New Directions. And this is a song that kind of reminds me of the Pocahontas song from the Disney movie Pocahontas. See if you hear that as I play this. I'm looking at the song and I see that I have lots of A's, or higher note A. And at the very beginning, I go from low C to that A. So as I go from the C to the A, I want to be ready to adjust my chops and use my tongue to help me find that higher pitch. I don't want to find an E. I want to go from low C to the A. So we have 4 half notes: C, A, G, and A. Let's play those 4 notes. 1, 2, ready. Let's do that again. 1, 2, ready. Ooh, I didn't tongue that A very strongly, did I? And consequently, it wasn't very good. Let's look at the next measure with the quarter notes and 8th notes. The rhythm is ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 breath. E, E, D, C, A, G, G. Let's play that. Tongue that rhythm. Ta, ti, ti, ta, ta. 1, 2, ready, go. Let's do that again. Ready? Now we have a breath mark with a pickup note into the next phrase. Let's start one more time on the third measure, and we will continue into the second half of the song, which is very familiar, very similar to what we were just doing. So here's the third measure on E, E, D, C, and we're going to play to the end. 1, 2, ready. All right, so there's a good new lesson for you. If you warm up for 4 or 5 minutes, review some of the material from earlier in the band book, and then play along through me with this newest lesson, you'll have a nice 20-25 minute practice period. Great for your chops. That's how you develop your tone quality, is by playing your instrument, by making your mouth tired over a 20 or 30 minute period. If you will do that every day this summer, imagine how strong you will be and how fantastic your tone quality will be when you come back to school in September. All right, trumpet players, get started and stay tuned, because I'm going to make you more lessons. Bye-bye.